Hello and welcome back to this edition of the Potluck Show. I'm your host, Meera. We already had one show on Indian fashions, but we're going to continue with that theme because there is so much to say. And now we have another guest, Jennifer Roberts, who, believe it or not, probably knows more about a lot of things than I do, even though I come from India. So let's welcome Jennifer.
Thank you for having me, Meera.
Thank you for coming on board. So tell me, Jennifer, you and India, how did it all start?
It started in 2015 when I met Vanija. A friend introduced me, and she came to this area, to Virginia, to teach yoga and to teach healing and chakra classes. And so I studied with her, and that's how I got to know her.
And this is Vanija who?
Vanija Reddy from
Reddy? Okay,
yeah,
tell us more about her.
Well, she is just a lovely, vibrant woman, and I met her. She was visiting with a friend. I walked into the apartment, and we just looked at each other, and there was a beautiful connection.
Where is she from?
She's from Hyderabad, India.
That's in India, southern India.
Southern India, Telangana.
Right. And then how did you connect?
Well, she invited me to come chant with her. It was the time of year to chant the Sri Lalita Sostranam. And I said, what? For 45 days, all in a row? And she said, yes. So I did. And I went to the home she was staying at in Chantilly. And every night, right around 7:30, we would chant this. And I couldn't read the Sanskrit, so I got an English version. But by the end, I had learned at least the pronunciation.
That's the most complicated thing.
And I love to do it, like on a Sunday afternoon.
That's good. But tell me something more about you. What's your background?
Well, my background is that I'm a writer and a fashion designer, and I come from a very large family near the Chicago area of Illinois. I love music, and I've been on the Potluck Show singing for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and I now live in this area. I moved to Virginia in 1997, so I've been fortunate to meet so many interesting people.
So what made you, what motivated you to go for this kind of a fashion show?
Well, I have always loved fashion. As a little girl, I used to make Barbie doll catalogs. And I had Barbie dolls, and I would take my dad's shirts, and then I would sew little dresses for the Barbie dolls. And later I took sewing, and then I minored in clothing in college. So I hadn't been exposed to saris or Indian clothing before. And I love the colors, I love the fabrics. That's one of the things I love about sewing, is just the tactile relationship with making something and with how it makes somebody feel when they're wearing it. Something natural feels so much better, you know, when you wear it.
So before you crossed paths with Vanija, you had not had any experience with Indian fabrics?
Really none, except for living in Chicago and living in some neighborhoods along Devon Avenue where there was Indian fabric. And I would go through the shops and just feel it and love it.
Oh, nice. You never thought you would be at this point where you are actually donning this.
Yes, I never thought of that.
And how did you come about wanting to help out with the fabric aspect of Vanija?
Well, when I went to visit her in India the first time and the second, we would take our clothes there. But of course, I had very few Indian clothes, and we would go shopping in these big department stores. And she just had this magical ability to find something beautiful and perfect for me. And I still have some of those dresses. And then in my other visits, we would go to temples. And last year, the temple required that all women wear a sari. Mm-hmm. Before that, I could wear a dress like this. So for the first time in my life, I wore a sari last year.
Oh, that was in India?
In India, yes.
When did you first visit India?
In 2015.
And what did you think?
I loved it. It felt, the energy in India is so beautiful. I mean, I even felt it when I was flying in, and all the different aspects of the culture, and it's just beautiful. Everywhere I look, there's beauty.
Where did you go? Where all did you go?
Oh, many places. The first visit, we started out in Hyderabad. We traveled up to Mumbai. We went to Nasik, Trimbakeshwar, We also visited Rishikesh and Haridwar.
So most of the
during that
holy
Yes,
places,
the
kind
holy
of,
places.
with temples and all.
Yes.
And what is your practicing faith?
I was born and raised as a Christian.
And what did you think about them? I mean, this is totally different, right?
It is. It's interesting because, I grew up with the Beatles, and I grew up with Ram Dass. And when I was in high school, I had aced out of all my classes. And they said, well, you can do independent study. And I loved the rock opera Tommy by The Who. So I did a study of that. And
Oh,
it
wow.
turns out that rock opera is about Meher Baba.
Yes.
So I wrote a paper on it.
And can you hum a tune? We'll get you to do it by the end of the show.
By the end of the show, okay, if I think of something, sure.
That's wonderful. So what are you wearing now?
I'm wearing a kind of a chiffon feeling dress, and I love the sparkles and the color particularly.
Maybe we'll ask Sridevi. She's off screen. She was with us earlier in the other show describing all the Indian saris. But Sridevi is going to describe this dress that Jennifer is wearing.
Of course.
So this dress that Jennifer is wearing is kurti, and then she has leggings on the bottom. The kurti is made of with a nice chiffon cloth, and the motifs that is on that is a stonework, which gives her nice colors when she moves around. So that's called a kurti with leggings.
And are these stones, how are they applied to it? Are they just stuck on it?
Yes, so these are like stuck on it by hand, yes.
Okay, that's nice to know. Maybe, we have Shweta here. So Sridevi, tell us, what is she wearing?
Shweta is wearing a palazzo with a crop top and a shrug. So the palazzo, which is the bottom with red and all the colors in that black colors, they all mixed with a nice mosaic design, that's made up with georgette. And the crop top is made up with chanderi. And then the handwork is done with a light motifs in that, which is all with hand woven. And that shrug is a chiffon. So just like, that's the way she's moving it, swaying it. So that's a black shrug on the top of a crop top palazzo shrug.
So would you say, are these hand woven or these are machine made?
The cloth is given with different proportions that Manaja has given, and the cloth comes out, and then these are handmade by the tailors.
Oh, that's good to know. And any of these combinations can work with each other, right?
Yes, sure. You can wear it individually. You can just wear the palazzo with another, maybe a sweatshirt, whatever you want to pair it with, and the shrug can go on any other pants, your jean pant with the top and the shrug, and your crop top can also be worn on something else. So there are 3 pieces which can be mixed and matched.
So palazzos means just loose pants?
Yes, so if you look at, if she's standing straight, it may look like a skirt too.
True.
So, but also you don't have to bother because you have the legs separated, so she can walk as fast as she can, and no limitations as with a skirt though.
That's lovely. Thank you, Shweta. So Jennifer, tell me more about your trip to India.
So it just was amazing because the first time we went to the Kumbh Mela. And the Kumbh Mela is very special, as most Indians know. It happens on a certain day for many every few years, specifically. And as a Christian, we were taught to be baptized, and I was baptized when I was 4 years old, water on the head. So it was fascinating to me that this was a baptism. This was an immersion.
That you would say that.
Yes. So
yeah, the comparison. I never thought of that before.
Yes. So it was.
So you went into the Ganges and the river and.
In the Sikh, it was in the temple, and it was the Godavari River.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you had the water. River water on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just all the way in and out.
And how did you manage with the crowds?
We, Vanija was very creative about getting us in. There were 30 of us, and we all kind of bonded together in like one little huddle, and we ran through.
Yeah, because you can get lost easily in that crowd.
Yeah, we had to be really a unit. Talk about teamwork.
What did you feel after that? Because that's totally a new experience. You won't get that anywhere.
No, I know. Well, first of all, very blessed and very privileged and just wonderful, and knowing that the significance of it, and not only for myself personally, but for all those around me, my friends, my family, people who I haven't even met yet, right?
That's good to know. So I understand you're interested in this fabric aspect. I go back to that again
Yes,
because
please.
that's what we're doing today.
Yes.
How did you get interested about the fabric aspect of Vanaja's persona?
I studied clothing and fabric, and I actually, in my history, my grandparents were from Scotland, and their family name was Packers, and they were in charge of the wool.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's sort of in my blood to love the fabric. And I live an organic lifestyle. I am environmentally conscious, so I can feel and see and experience in the crafting of clothing as well as the wearing of them the difference of a natural fiber.
And so that's why you got interested in what she was doing?
Yes, but that's a big part of it as well. Also the colors of Indian dresses are just beautiful.
Yeah, they are a riot.
Yes.
I could say that. So let's see we have Natasha now. And she's wearing, I think, palazzos. Sridevi, could you educate us, please?
Yeah, she's wearing a palazzo, a velvet palazzo. On the top, she's wearing a crepe, two-tone crepe with silver motifs on that, all hand done. And the scarf-like thing that you see, which we call it as dupatta, that's all handwork done around the borders, all around that. So this is also like, if you see, you can mix and match this. You can wear it as a dress entirely, or you can just wear it on anything else. So the concept is like buy one, mix and match, see that it goes like into multiples.
Are these silks too? The top, is it a silk outfit?
It's not a pure silk, but it is a mix of silk.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, thank you, Natasha. So I see you wearing one kurti. What about the ones that our models are wearing?
I want one of each.
Would you get it though?
Yes.
Given the ulterior goal of this whole program that the weavers are supported, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that's incredibly important too, because the personality that goes into creating a clothing, it's an art form. It's the arts and crafts form, which has been, and commercial clothing is fine because then there's a lot of it that a lot of people can wear. But for an artisan, for a family or a small business to be able to create something of beauty and value, it's really a case of less is more. And to have that economic opportunity and to know that I'm giving that economic opportunity to help
And
others.
you had no idea about it before, right? Like
No.
that these are weavers out there in different villages in different parts of India that work hard for it, and it's a dying industry unless it is supported in this
That's
manner.
right. So I love that that's part of it. Absolutely.
That's good to know. Now we have Garima. You look so different and so beautiful. What is she wearing, Sridevi?
She's wearing a lehenga choli. So the lehenga is a brocade, full brocade. It's a Banarasi brocade, and then the top she has a crop top thing. There's just a scarf which is like made little modern instead of like wearing in a traditional way. It's just like on the left hand she can put it as a sleeve, and then the other thing just flows, and then it should just like pinned up onto the right side. So if she turns back, you can see there is a small touch of Vanaja where she has put all those beads and all, and it's a nice like flowing on the neckline.
It's gorgeous. So this is a Banarsi silk?
Yes, this is the Banarsi brocade silk.
It's kind of like the saris thing.
Yes, but a little thicker because it's like made for, of course, a Gagra choli. So it should stand instead of like sticking to you.
So, and is there any special occasions this is worn on?
Yes, usually it's made for engagements or mehendi or the brides for their evenings. That's when they wear this.
Yeah, no wonder it looks really gorgeous. Thank you, Garima. So how do you envisage promoting this further? And take it from here, and what do you plan to do?
That's an interesting question because the beauty seems to promote itself. and word of mouth and knowing the beauty of all of this. I think about myself and my lifestyle and people, other Westerners like myself, and there really is a freedom and a beauty and uniqueness in this kind of clothing. It's very feminine and very, very rich to wear. But I think that word of mouth and people seeing the show and understanding that it's organic and that it comes from small businesses and it's helping people economically should make a big impact.
So how do you plan to promote it among the non-Indians? Because they are aware of it, they can make a choice. But it is the fringe group, the outliers, how do you think they can be interested in this?
Well, I think that one thing is that yoga has become so much part of our culture, and I may not agree with every way that it's been translated, but the impact that women and people want to live a truly environmental lifestyle. For example, the proliferation of Etsy proves that people really want things that are handcrafted and personal. Craft fairs, all of these things show that I think people are longing for something that is personal and has a personal connection with the creator of it.
So you can go out and promote and have talks or something among the people you know, probably.
I probably could.
Yeah,
Yes.
and model some of these things.
Okay.
So we have Shweta back here now. And what is she wearing, Sridevi?
She's wearing a lehenga and the top. So this is another way of creating a lehenga with a top. So if you see, that's a silk material with a border. It's like full gear. It's as nice. It is like 5.5 meters or 6 meters that goes into only the lehenga. And the top is like a pure design of Vanaja, so that how she has made the blouse is different, long sleeves, and then she has like the beautiful brocade and the top, and then in the front, if you see, she has given a nice piping and then a different look with a high collar. So that's her creation.
Yeah, so basically it's a skirt is what you call a lehenga, is it? And the top, and so this one doesn't need that
Yeah, so that
scarf.
Yeah, this is the way of style, like for the young girls, like the teenagers, if another additional accessory, if they don't want to carry it, then if they want to dance, they can very happily dance with all the other accessories. So it's up to them how they want to team it up.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Thank you, Shweta. That looks beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's something anybody can wear.
Absolutely.
Right? Because it's 5-6 meters. That's going to wrap around any. And I think that is the beauty, don't you think, of Indian wear is it doesn't limit you to a size 0.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is not, well, in my books, normal.
Yeah.
Because the real human is anything else or much more. Because I have myself as a standard, but you don't have to follow that. Tell us more about what do you think is, I mean, are you fascinated by the dresses or the saris or beyond the material?
Well, both and all. One of the things that fascinates me is the colors. And as an American, I came in into my professional career dressed for success. One black suit, a blue shirt, a white shirt, maybe pink if I'm really crazy. But the beauty of color, and I also studied with Vanaja, she taught that there can be the vibration or the power in each color that you wear.
Give us some examples. That's fascinating.
Yes. So, for example, Monday is the day of the moon, right? So you wear white and you wear pearls, and you can imbibe in that vibration. Tuesday is the day of Mars, and there's a particular chant or mantra that goes with that day, and then the color orange, which has always been one of my favorite colors that goes along with that day. So I have actually used this as a way to pattern my dressing every day. And even if I'm wearing a navy suit, I'll wear an orange scarf.
And does it make any difference, you feel? Or you feel just more energized?
I believe it does make a difference because I think the brighter, lighter colors bring in good energy, and they also allow me to think in terms of what is going on during the day. And my coworkers are always like, Jennifer, you're always so colorful. So I think it inspires other people to see the color.
Yeah, that's true. Instead of just being pastels.
Yeah.
Well, hold the thought because
Yes.
I'm going to come back to Wednesday and the rest of the days of the
Okay.
week. And we have Natasha here. What is she wearing, Sridevi?
She's also wearing a lehenga with a top, but this is a different variation of the make. If you look at it, it's a raw silk with a border, and then the top is a raw silk with a nice motif done. And if you look at the sleeves, so the long sleeves, but they will not interfere with any of your work. You can move your hands as you want, even though it looks long. So, and it's not tied, the sleeve, it's only on the top, it's like, you know, tied, and everything freeze through, like a fairy. She can
So
just like
it's-
fly like a fairy.
It's not a scarf.
It's not a scarf, these are the sleeves. Your
Okay.
sleeves, like, you know, they're just stitched on the top, and remaining all just flows like that, like
That's
a fairy. And then
beautiful.
the look is so elegant without interfering with any thing that you do, because your hands are free to do whatever you want.
And what is that zari again in the
Yes.
skirt border?
Yes, that's zari again, and also you have raw silk on your top. The crop top is made with raw silk.
Okay. Where is this from?
The raw silk and all is from the south, but the motifs that we have is the Persian motif that I told you, with the flower vase and flowers. So the motif is a Persian style, and on her waist she has the handwork done with all the velvet on the top of a velvet.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Natasha.
That's stunning.
That's something you could wear. Yeah, it's
It's
for,
stunning.
tall or short, anybody with a skirt
Anybody
and a
can,
top.
absolutely. Anybody can
Yes.
wear that and feel so beautiful in it. And when a woman feels beautiful, you know, from the inside out, that brings out so much of her beauty.
That's true. Then what else do you think you learned from this association with Vanaja?
Well, I think I have learned that we are a universal family. And I have learned to say namaste and Hari Om as a way of greeting and connecting with each person's soul. When I came back from India the first time and I, got on the elevator, I just wanted to namaste everyone, because the warmth of connecting that way and
Right.
of the universal family.
Yeah, they say it's from my heart to your heart.
Yes,
It's kind of the connection.
it is.
And for me, scientifically speaking, it keeps the germs away from a handshake.
That's good.
That's the way I put it.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, do you pursue yoga?
Yes, and I have learned a lot about yoga, both from the asanas, the physical, and I've learned from Vanaja different kinds of poses that work for different days. I had started doing the Namaskar Saraya, the sun salutation, many years ago because I had learned that it was good for osteoporosis. So I had just dedicated myself to doing it all the time. And then one thing led to another when I met Vanaja, who's a
wonderful.
marvelous yoga teacher.
So you got to quickly finish the colors for me. Wednesday?
Okay, so Wednesday is the day of Mars, and it's the color of green.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday is the day of the Guru, Jupiter, and the color is yellow, gold, beige. Sometimes I cheat and wear peach because I like peach, but
That's okay.
Yeah, but that's okay. Friday is the day of the Venus, and so we wear red again to honor the mother. Saturday is the day of Saturn, so blue, black, and Sunday again is the day of the sun, but also of the goddess, so bright pink, which is one of my favorite colors that our lovely Sridevi is wearing today.
Yes.
She's wearing the right color today.
Exactly. Well, that's good to know. And so we have Garima back with us again with a lehenga and a top. Tell us something more about this, Sridevi.
So this is, I just wanted to show you all how she has been made this with a different style. So it's a different color, but the same fabric as Shweta has worn, with the same 6 to 5.5 to 6 meters, with a big hair on the skirt. And the top, if you see, this is entirely a different way that she has been designed it. So she has a 3/4 sleeve, and in the back, if you see, she has put all those like threads weaving out and coming out of it. This is for the young girls, like or even women who want to like just be little comfortable while dancing and all without having much accessories. Just wear a skirt and the top and be free to dance around on a mehendi night, or on a engagement night, whenever there's like lot of dance and other stuff.
And how are these motifs done? They are not embroidered in there, are they?
No, they're not embroidered. When they weave it, the cloth, so it comes into the weave.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. Can you take a twirl for me, Garima? Oh, there. That shows all 6 meters of your skirt. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you,
Oh,
Garima.
that's so beautiful. That top is amazing. It's amazing, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Yes.
So, tell me, how do you wish to promote it further from here? Where do you want to take it from here?
Well, I want everyone to see it because it's just so stunning, and to promote the femininity that is that's when you wear clothing like this, how feminine you feel. And I think that even American women are very open to it. Now, we live in an area with a lot of IT and a lot of Indians living here.
Speaking of IT, we have Natasha here again in IT and wearing something kind of similar to me, but she looks gorgeous. What is that?
That is again a kurta with leggings, but this work that I wanted to show you is called gota patti. So this is all hand woven. The gotas are like taken out, and then they are like made into designs and then again stitched into the fabric. So this is kind of labor intense. So this is expensive too. We have on saris, we have it on kurtis, we have it on dresses also.
That's good to know. Thank you, Natasha. And for full disclosure, I must say I'm wearing something similar that Sridevi got for me and decided I needed a change. So
Yeah.
it does feel beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, it does.
And so I didn't mean to cut you off when you said about IT. Go ahead.
Oh, just that I've had the good fortune of having so many Indian friends, Indian co-workers, so I believe that they're looking for this kind of beautiful,
IT
original.
is what they do.
Yeah,
They're
and-
all over here. But I really appreciate your being here.
My
And
pleasure.
thank you very much. I hope this is a lot of education to all the viewers, and I hope you liked it. I hope you patronize, and so that the weavers, actual weavers that do all of this stuff, don't become a dying art anymore in India. And thank you again, Jennifer, for being with us, and thank you, viewers. I hope you like this segment of the Potluck Show. I'm your host, Meera Narasimhan. Until next time, see you.